Pi Network may have just made their biggest misstep yet. On August 2nd, the core team released an update that has left thousands of pioneers feeling betrayed and ready to walk away. And in today's video, I'm breaking down exactly why this brand new 200% mining rate lockup plan might actually be a serious miscalculation that could put everything we've achieved so far in jeopardy. Stick with me, because I'm going to walk you through the 3 major reasons even long-term believers are now saying this is the breaking point. And I'll also be exposing the real reason Pi still isn't being embraced by major exchanges like Binance, even though it's found its way onto some minor platforms. I strongly encourage you to check out my Telegram and Facebook pages using the links in the description, because you won't hear this side of the story from other Pi influencers who prefer to stay silent rather than speak up. I've been observing and participating in this ecosystem for years, and I'm here to deliver a clear, unfiltered message that might just keep you from falling into the worst trap of your Pi journey. I'll also be sharing insider insights on what's truly going on behind the scenes at Pi Network headquarters. So, let's talk about the announcement that's taken the entire Pi community by surprise. I honestly couldn't believe the timing. On August 2nd, the core team rolled out what's probably their most disputed decision yet, a program promising a 200% boost in mining rewards. Sounds good, right? But there's a major caveat that stirred up a storm. You'll need to permanently lock up your Pi tokens, with absolutely no option to reverse that decision. This looks more like a desperate move than a smart strategy. Sure, the offer of higher mining rewards might seem appealing at first. But those of us who've kept a close eye on this project know the announcement couldn't have come at a worse time. It's clear the team is disconnected from how the community truly feels. People are already burned out from repeated KYC delays, never-ending migration issues, and a token value that barely reflects any real-world utility. It's frustrating to witness, and as someone who's been part of this for years, I completely understand the disappointment. Imagine waiting for years, diligently mining your tokens in good faith, and then suddenly being told to lock them up without any assurance of real value or liquidity. It's like giving all your savings to a bank that hasn't even built an ATM system yet, and hoping they'll figure it out later. The irritation is even worse when you realize that although parts of the infrastructure like Pi Domains and App Studio are technically up and running, there's still no real traction in terms of actual adoption. What's the use of building advanced tools if no one's using them? In my opinion, those infrastructure pieces should have been immediately followed by massive exchange partnerships and practical use cases in the real world. Instead, the core team is rolling out lockup incentives while meaningful market exposure is still missing. This feels like laying down a fancy highway with zero traffic, hoping cars will show up one day. Now, here's where I believe the core team is seriously off course, and this might be the most important point I'll make today. Pi's listing is still confined to small-time exchanges, while major platforms like Binance, Kraken, and Coinbase continue to keep their distance. That says a lot about what might really be happening beneath the surface, issues that token lockups won't magically fix. From where I'm standing, asking people to lock up their tokens when the project hasn't even earned serious recognition from leading exchanges is like trying to start a long-term relationship with someone who won't even introduce you to their inner circle. Truthfully, I believe the number one priority right now should be getting Pi onto Tier 1 exchanges. Why? Because those platforms bring real volume, institutional interest, and overall credibility. Without that, we're left with promises that sound exciting but come with major risks. Asking the community to make long-term sacrifices when Pi still hasn't graduated to premier trading platforms feels premature, to say the least. It makes me wonder whether the core team truly grasps how serious market adoption actually works. Naturally, this announcement triggered intense backlash. And to be honest, I saw it coming long before August 2nd. The negative sentiment has been growing for months. And when you dive into the discussions on forums and social media, it's clear people feel let down. That's when projects either pivot and recover or lose the community's trust entirely. I sincerely hope the Pi core team chooses the former. And let's talk about the psychological weight of all this. I feel for every pioneer out there. When you've put years into supporting a project and you're suddenly asked to give even more without real progress to show for it, it feels like a one-sided relationship where promises are always being broken. It's completely understandable for people to hesitate. Everyone deserves proof that things are moving forward before committing further. But I'm trying to see the bigger picture too. Even though I have serious concerns, I'm not ruling out the possibility that this new move is part of a broader plan for something important coming soon. Still, I firmly believe their communication approach has been poor. They've created unnecessary stress by springing this lockup announcement without clear context or transparency. A little honest communication could resolve most of these concerns overnight. Right now, every pioneer needs to ask themselves one thing. Do you still believe in what Pi claims to be building? I've been battling with this question myself. I've seen other blockchain projects hit rough patches and bounce back. But the successful ones are the ones that maintain genuine two-way conversations with their users and actually meet their milestones. Pi Network is at a crucial turning point, and the choices made now could define the project's future. So what should you do? My personal recommendation is to stay educated, trust your gut, and don't let anyone pressure you into decisions that don't feel safe. Always choose facts over hype or fear. At this point, the best thing we can do is demand better updates, clearer timelines, and actual delivery before we commit to anything new. The Pi journey is far from over. Every delay and challenge could still be the thing that eventually turns the dream into a working reality. I still hope to see Pi evolve into something truly valuable for those of us who've supported it from the beginning. Challenging times often highlight the disconnect between what's promised and what's delivered, and I'm genuinely rooting for the core team to start treating those gaps as priorities instead of just public talking points. True progress will require a strong mix of optimism and accountability from all of us in the community. As pioneers, we need to keep asking smart questions, demanding clarity, and recognizing meaningful steps forward, like working apps, real partnerships, and updated tokenomics, while calling out hollow claims. If we all stay focused on that, we give Pi the best chance to rise above the noise and turn into the revolutionary network it was meant to be. If you appreciated this honest perspective, go ahead and hit that like button. It tells me you value real talk about Pi Network. I also want to hear what you think. Are you locking your Pi or holding out like I am? Make sure you subscribe for more straight-shooting coverage about Pi and everything going on behind the scenes. And don't forget to join my Telegram channel through the link in the description for more money-making opportunities.